What if the first 30 minutes of your morning determine the quality of your entire life? According to Stoic philosophy, the way we start our day plays a crucial role in how we face problems, how calmly we respond, and how resilient we remain when things go wrong. While most people wake up and immediately dive into the chaos of the outside world, rushing, reacting, consuming, the Stoic takes a different path. The Stoic begins the day with intention, stillness, and clarity. In this video, you'll learn 10 Stoic morning habits that can transform your inner world, and gradually, your outer one as well. These are not trendy productivity hacks or magical morning routines. These are timeless principles practiced by emperors, warriors, and philosophers, ideas that you can apply starting tomorrow morning. Let's begin. 1. Wake up early, before the world starts speaking. The Stoics believed that rising early gives the mind clarity and power. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his journal, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I am rising to do the work of a human being.'" Waking up early isn't about joining some productivity cult or checking more items off your to-do list. It's about claiming a piece of the day before the world starts making demands on you. That quiet time in the early morning, when no one is emailing you, calling you, or needing something from you, that's sacred. That's your time to think, to breathe, to simply be. In these first moments of the day, you begin building your inner fortress, not by doing more, but by being more present. The Stoic doesn't wait for peace. He creates it by waking up before the noise. 2. Begin with silence, not with screens. Most people wake up and the first thing they do is reach for their phone. Messages, notifications, social media, it all rushes in like a tidal wave before they've even taken their first breath of the day. But the Stoic does the opposite. The Stoic begins internally, not externally. Start your day with silence. No emails, no headlines, no scrolling. Just you and your breath. This brief moment of stillness reminds you, your attention is sacred, and where you place it first thing in the morning sets the tone for everything that follows. Instead of letting the world hijack your mind, you begin from within, with awareness, with calm, and with ownership of your own thoughts. 3. Practice premeditatio malorum. Imagine the day's challenges. One of the most powerful Stoic exercises is premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Before stepping into the chaos of the day, pause and mentally walk through the possible difficulties you might encounter. You might get stuck in traffic. Someone may disappoint you. A project may fall apart. You may feel tired, misunderstood, or challenged. This isn't pessimism. It's preparation. It's not about expecting failure. It's about being ready for life, as it actually is. Seneca wrote, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." By anticipating hardship, you train your mind to respond with grace instead of frustration. You won't be caught off guard. You won't be overwhelmed. You'll be grounded, because you already saw it coming. This practice builds emotional armor, not to block emotions, but to prevent you from being ruled by them. 4. Connect with nature, even briefly. The Stoics deeply valued the natural world. They saw nature as a teacher, a mirror, and a place to return to when life became too loud. Marcus Aurelius wrote about how even a short walk in the morning sun, the sound of birds, or the smell of fresh air could reconnect him to what truly matters. In our digital age, it's easy to live in our heads, lost in screens, routines, and artificial environments. But stepping outside, even for a few minutes, reminds us, you are part of something vast, intelligent, and interconnected. Touch the earth, feel the breeze, look at the sky, not as a poetic gesture, but as a practical reset for your mind. The rhythm of nature slows your racing thoughts. It anchors you in the present. It reminds you that most of your worries are small in the grand scheme of things. 5. Journal your thoughts with brutal honesty. To a Stoic, journaling isn't about recording events. It's about inspecting your soul. Every morning, take a few quiet minutes to write. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of today? Where might I act out of ego, anger, or impatience? What virtues do I want to practice? What would the wise version of me do today? Marcus Aurelius's Meditations was nothing more than his private journal, never meant for publication. It was a space where he clarified his values, strengthened his reason, and prepared himself to lead with courage. Your journal doesn't need to be long. It doesn't even need to be elegant. It just needs to be real. Write like no one will ever read it, because they won't. This is for you, to clear your mind and anchor your intentions. 6. Read a few lines of Stoic wisdom. You don't need to read an entire book every morning, but reading even a few lines from a Stoic text can completely reframe your mindset for the day ahead. A short passage from Meditations, Letters to Lucilius, or the Enchiridion can act like a compass, pointing you back to reason, virtue, and clarity. For example, Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Or Epictetus, who says, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." These words aren't ancient relics. They're tools. Each line is a seed. Plant it in your mind and let it shape your decisions, your attitude, and your inner peace throughout the day. You don't need to memorize or overanalyze. Just read slowly. Let it sink in. Let it guide you. 7. Practice negative visualization. Appreciate by imagining loss. This might sound strange at first, but the Stoics had a powerful way of increasing gratitude. They imagined losing what they already had. Think about your loved ones, your health, your home, your morning coffee. Now imagine, just for a moment, that it was taken away. That this was your last morning with it. That today was your last chance to appreciate it. Seneca taught, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Postpone nothing." This exercise, called negative visualization, isn't meant to sadden you. It's meant to awaken you. Because we forget. We take everything for granted. But when you imagine absence, presence becomes radiant. Mundane moments turn into miracles. Start your day with this reflection, and your heart will open to the beauty of the ordinary. 8. Set your intention. Decide who you will be today. Before the demands of the world rush in, take one quiet moment and ask yourself, who do I want to be today? Do I want to be patient or reactive? Compassionate or cold? Focused or scattered? Don't just let the day pull you around randomly. The Stoics believed that each day is a chance to live with purpose, to practice virtue, to grow a little closer to the ideal version of ourselves. You're not just waking up to get through the day. You're waking up to train your character. Even Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome, had to remind himself daily to rise above anger, pride, or distraction. If he needed that, so do we. So take a breath, set your compass, and move through your day like someone who knows where they're going. 9. Do something difficult, on purpose. The Stoics believed that comfort breeds weakness. To build strength, inner and outer, you must deliberately choose discomfort. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Take a cold shower, walk instead of drive, skip the sugar in your coffee, do the task you've been avoiding. Seneca called this voluntary hardship. By choosing small challenges, we prepare for bigger ones, because life will challenge you. The question is, will you be ready? When you do something hard first thing in the morning, you prove to yourself that you're not a slave to comfort or impulse. You are in control, and that power carries into everything you face for the rest of the day. 10. Remind yourself you could die today, and that's okay. Memento mori. Remember, you are mortal. This day might be your last. And that's not morbid, it's motivating. The Stoics didn't obsess over death. They respected it. They used it to sharpen their awareness. Because when you remember that time is limited, you stop wasting it. You stop scrolling, arguing, delaying. You start living, fully, intentionally, gratefully. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." So ask yourself, if today was your last, how would you treat the people you love? How would you speak to yourself? What would finally become unimportant? You don't have to be afraid of death if you're truly living. Conclusion: choose one habit and begin. You don't need to do all 10 habits tomorrow. You don't need to become the perfect Stoic. Start with one, just one. Maybe it's waking up earlier. Maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's reading a line of wisdom. Whatever it is, start. Because change doesn't come from motivation. It comes from repetition, from action, from choosing who you want to be and proving it, one morning at a time. The Stoics didn't wait for life to get easier. They trained for the hard parts. And so can you. You are not powerless. You are not too late. You are not stuck. The life you want begins with how you start your day. So I ask you, what kind of morning will you create tomorrow? If you found value in these Stoic habits, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you're on a journey of self-mastery, discipline, and inner peace, consider subscribing for more timeless wisdom from the Stoics and beyond. Leave a comment and let me know which habit you're going to try tomorrow morning. Until next time, stay calm, stay grounded, and stay awake.